Good afternoon, everybody. We are here on CopperOwlCoins getting ready to hunt some half dollars with you this afternoon. Got to get that off the junky looking back screen and onto the playing surface here. Silly me. So, hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. It is Palm Sunday. For those that made it to church today, probably saw some palm leaves there. And in 4 days' time, Elizabeth is going to be celebrating her 29th birthday again on March 28th. So, happy birthday to you, Elizabeth Flood. I wish I had a better birthday sounder. The last one I used got banned or got the stream in trouble, but or at least a warning. So I didn't totally know if I did the right thing the other night. In Snoopy Snack Steam, she put in chat, I won, chat race, New Zealand exclusive coin. Oh, very cool. New Zealand exclusive coin. That sounds pretty cool. Haven't seen one of those. I don't think I've gotten anything from New Zealand, so anyhow, looks like we have one taker for some rolls today. JC Likes Pam is in with first 30 rolls of the day. We've only got I shouldn't say we've only got two boxes. We've got two boxes. Only one of them though is circulated. So we're gonna have this thing, and I'll bring it up so that you can see if you're interested in some rolls. So around here, we usually ask for $3 a roll, and if we're going to do the extras or the frills, we ask for a 10 roll minimum purchase. You can use PayPal or Cash App to pay with. Like if you're like JC Likes Pam, he got the 30 rolls for $90. He's going to get himself a 90% half dollar and a 90% quarter right off the bat. And what I don't have up there is he's going to get 3 bag pulls to increase his extras there. So I really need to update that with that on there. I keep telling myself that, and then I don't do it. So without a full box, we don't need to worry about skunk protection. So now there are 20 rolls left in that circulated box. We do have an uncirculated box today, unfortunately. If we don't sell it, no big deal. I can take it back and that'll be fine. But if somebody wants to take a chance, we lower that price down to $50 for the box. You will get your silver incentives, which means for 50 rolls you would get 2 90% halves plus a 90% quarter. So you're basically getting a little more than half your money back right there with silver where it's at today. And but there would be no bag pulls, no skunk protection on that. If we find anything additional or unusual in there, then it would be yours, and you're real close to getting all your money back at that point. So it's there if you want it. Otherwise, we have 20 rolls available. You could get those for $60 and get two 40% halves, or we can split it up into 2 10s. If you want to do 5 rolls only, $15, but there would be no incentives and no bag pulls, only the fines. So got about 45 seconds left on the Wise Owl entry. So hurry up and get in on that, guys. We'll be switching over and pulling our Wise Owl winner for that real soon. It is good to see everybody here. 26 likes, says the Christian man. That is awesome. Thanks for that update. Say hi to some members here like Jesse Kirkenberg, Elizabeth Flood, Chris Helms, coining around. We've got New Marshall in town. We got Crazy Jim. Crazy Jim, I think you were one of our Spotted Owl members previously. I had to make some changes to that to open up the free membership options a little bit more, make them more affordable, or the shared memberships. And so if you'd like to get back in on that, I'd highly encourage you to do that. Joe Minix here, Del Britt, Todd, he got in there. I think American Eagle Hoarder is here. And who else do we have? I said Del Brett. Steve Kutzer. Don't know if I said that right, Steve, but new name here, I think. Welcome. Really appreciate you being here. And if you haven't noticed, guys, we hit kind of a minor milestone. Our next major one will be 1,500, so we're 100 away. As of yesterday, we rolled it over from $13.99 to $1,400. So congratulations to you guys on making that happen. I really appreciate it. Maybe we'll do something extra for that today. Who knows? Who knows what I've got going on here. Brian Robeson, good to see you. Christian Man, welcome in. JC Likes Pam's a member here. Thank you very much, AEH. Silver Addiction, welcome in. Let's head over and let's get our Wise Owl. Let's get our Wise Owl winner for today. We have 21 entrants on that. Let's go ahead and pick that winner. The Christian Man is going to be our Wise Owl player today. So, Christian Man, I need to know, how many silvers in a 50-box hunt do you think we're going to get today? Let me switch over to the ranges there. Looks like American Eagle Hoarder donated $2. Thank you so much. As always, sir. Next stop, 2,000. Right after we have a small party at 1,500. That would be awesome. So the Christian Man, we're looking for your guess on this scale here. We're doing the guess 50 column. Let's say 7. So 7 on there would be worth a 90% quarter. You get an Indian head cent either way. But let's try to get that 90% quarter for you today. All right.
Freeze, go first!
Let me get you written down on my cards here. Might need to get more cards. I'll do those later. All right. The guess is 7. So wish Christian Man luck. If we find 7 in a box, I think we would call that a very successful box. It is optimistic, but it's also worth a nice little reward there, and we have made that before. We have made like we've made 72 in one box before. More recently, I think we had 28. If you'd like to advertise your channel, all you have to do is type in !ME. We've said some hellos. We've got our Wise Owl, so why don't we get into some rolls here. We've got this box here. Box number 1 is the circulated box. If anybody else would like to get some rolls out of this box, we still have 20 rolls available. So there's room for one or multiple people to pick those up. Anybody wants to try their hat at the 50 circulated, I'm sorry, I keep saying the wrong word, 50 uncirculated rolls. Those boxes, or that box, you can get that for only $50, and you're going to get about half of that back in silver incentives from the beginning. Hey, the numismatic, good to see you. If you've got one that's made up, that's cool. I mean, if you're able to mock one up and take a look at it before we actually print or something, that might be economical for you as well as cool to see. All right, here we go, guys. What do we see from here? See a couple of them that look newer, but not all of them. A couple bicentennials in there. We might have a NIFC there. Don't know, but you know, last 20 rolls in this one, Silver Addiction. Okay. So basically, you'll get those, and JC Likes Pam will have those. Thank you very much for that. Let me get a card written and get you on the list then, before we go any further. So we are attempted to get the 50 box. Whatever you'd like to do, Elizabeth. Silver Addiction. We'll get you those last 20. You'll get a couple 40%ers for that. So thank you very much. So we'll get you on there. If we don't hunt the other box of uncirculated, they're probably brand new, but you know, we try to make it to where there's at least something there for you. We I know how that game works. We So I'm gonna leave it as a 0 on circulated and 50 on uncirculated until which time we get it sold out. I will get Silver Addiction added here. As always, guys, I would encourage you to get a hold of me and let me know if you're interested. Okay, Elizabeth Flood is going to do the 50 uncirculated, that is. Well, thank you so much, Elizabeth. So as you know, that comes with the two 90% halves, a 90% quarter. But no box pulls, no other extras, just what you find in the rolls. The big thing is no skunk protection, because we know that it's kind of a box, mostly a brand new, so we're just kind of taking a chance there. So we'll put you down for that. Yenny Ambon, do I recall
Freeze,
seeing
go
that you
first!
I think I remember that you emailed me. Thank you for that, Yenny. Perry Martin, good to see you. Yenny, I'm trying to remember if the mail that was sent to you and you mentioned something about not getting it, if it still hadn't gotten there. I had hoped that things would get to people, giving them a little more time like they did with Jim Cantor. Had a nice surprise on that last week. But if it still hasn't gotten there, I can go back and look and see what we've sent you. We can try one more time. If all else fails, I mean, I make no guarantees on anything that's not insured, and it's got to be big enough to be in bubble wrap. So nothing received yet, and I'm sorry to hear that. I hate it when that happens. So let me see what we were sending to you, and I'll see if I can get that resent. We'll make one try at it, but if it comes up missing again, I mean, like I said, I make no guarantees once it leaves my hand if it's in a thank you card. It kind of is. It's tough, I know. Odds are they were giveaways, so other than being out something that you won. That would be the downside of that. All right, Elizabeth. Yeah, that's true. All right, thank you, Silver Addiction. We got you covered, so we are now sold out, guys. How about that? Who likes that? I'm going to get the Christian man on there with his. Put that back here where I can get to it in a little bit. Depending on what we need to put in there. Hopefully it's a 90% quarter. So here we go. 40 likes. We're getting close to 50 likes already, guys. Thanks for doing that. Yeah. Okay. So it's been a little while on that too. So we'll do our best for you, Yenny. I think I had 2 things that I had sent you. I think maybe you won something on Coin and Around too. So let me do some checking on that. Before we get going, let's do one other thing here that I love to be able to do. It is now sold out. I get to make that just a little bigger today. Whoop. Didn't mean to move that around. Just that. There we go. Oh, I see, Lucky. I don't know a thing about that, so interesting. Okay, let's get into rolls, guys. We've got JC Likes Pam with the first 30. Silver Addiction with the last 20 in that box. And Elizabeth Flood with the taking a chance on that uncirculated box, but getting some silver for it. So here we go. Let's dive into roll number 1 for JC Likes Pam. We'll get my container for returns open. Hello, Big Flip Coins. Welcome in. Good to see you again. 2 things from the same stream. Okay. That sounds familiar too. Let's break this 4-box silverless streak today, shall we? Let's get after it. That looks like a brand new one right in there, and that is exactly what we have. New Marshall in town. I meant to get your stuff in the mail this week. It just didn't happen. Got a little bit crazy busy at work this week. That's probably why most of you didn't see me on a lot of channels during the week. Some weeks that is just what we run into. Got an 82D here. Wishing that was a Philly and we would be looking for a no FG on that one. Well, we've got a find already. The first NIFC, and it's going to be 1987 Denver. So we haven't gotten to play a lot of sounds lately. So how about we mix it up and give you a...
Holy cow!
1987 Denver. That is an NIFC year. So we will definitely send you that one. Even though it's an NIFC, it's harder to find. So you will be getting that one. Congratulations on that. Great find to start us off. Let's get that on the board for sure. That is a harder one to find. We haven't had one of those in a while, so I'm kind of, maybe we can break those streaks too. Elizabeth Flood, 13-month member. 2023s there. Yeah, we're just going to find these. It's going to be what it is. They made a bunch of them. Can't really do anything about that. They will start getting into our rolls. I just like it when we don't have entire rolls of them. Hello, Joseph Lopez. Welcome in. You were our Wise Out player last week, if I recall correctly. As you guys know, if I do that and you see those there, I rehunt those because they are from those years in the 70s that have a bunch of errors on them. We rehunt those. I've kind of started using that vertical short format. Not sure I'm using it at the ideal time of day because it doesn't get us a whole lot of views. So other people are having luck with it. I think I'm just, kind of a victim of bad timing. I do it when I can, and when I can during the week is usually not ideal. So that's okay. You like to own a 2023? We can probably make that happen for you because we're probably going to be opening a bunch of them for you. I assume that you still wanted that box. Yeah, I know, Chris. It's okay. We ran a poll on that format about a week or two ago, and it was pretty clear that 70% of the people out there don't really care for it. I would guess that that's 70% of the people that are around and are used to this type of format. I can't fault you there. If I'm watching on anything other than my phone, I'm not really a big fan of it, but there is a broader audience out there to be in touch with, and you might not be doing yourself any favors if you exclude those people. So just feeling happy today even with the pain. All right. American Eagle Hoarder is saying hello. Hello. My voice might sound a little rough. I was outdoors all day yesterday. Hello, Richard Metcalf. We were doing a fundraiser with the Boy Scouts and required a lot of talking. Sucking up a lot of dust in the process. We were at a bird auction. So if you're wondering what a bird auction is all about, if you've ever been to an auction, especially something like a cattle auction or a livestock auction or something like that, it's like that, only with birds primarily. So you can imagine there's lots of different varieties of chickens involved. There was some emus there. 3 more likes to go for 50. Nice. Thank you. Thank you guys for the heads up on that. Hello, sheepdog. Welcome in. We sold a bunch of peacocks yesterday. It was amazing. I shouldn't say that we sold. It's primarily the work of the group that runs the auction that sells them. Well, there's a very dingy 2012 Denver. Not real shiny, but it's not real dingy. That might be dingy enough though to make it into the ugly book for those newer years, because sometimes it's harder to find those in bad shape. So we'll set that one aside and call it another NIFC for this hunt. 74. Oh, we got a DDO. I think we do. 74. You can see that doubling right in there on the serif. Extra thickness through there, and the T. Looks like the tops of the U are doubled up. The S is a little thicker. Let's come over here. Yep, there's that extra metal to the right of the T. A little bit of that on the Y as well. So we have a DDO for you too. A keeper NIFC, a regular NIFC, and now a miscellaneous, a DDO. So no silver yet, but if we can find a couple silvers of each category and a proof now, break that streak. Yeah, it is a double-double. You're right. It's a Kennedy as well. The voice won't let me do any type of crazy Kennedy calls today. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, kind of dealing with the aftermath of that. It requires a lot of physical activity on our part. A lot of it means picking up cages, moving them, transporting them, getting them lined up according to bidder number so we can get them loaded up on their trucks when they come by. So 5 rolls in, 2 NIFCs, one's a keeper, and a DDO on a 74D. Not too bad a start.
Touchdown! Kansas City!
There you go. We'll take that. I know that means a lot coming from you, Chris. So, Chris and I have a little bit of a bet for the upcoming football year. We're going to see whose team finishes better. The world champs or the wild card Cowboys. Sorry, Chris. I had to. If we're going to play that game, I think we're both going to be giving it to each other just a little bit. So, there's another NIFC 2018 Denver. Very good there. We'll call that your third one. So, you know, if you're wanting to trade those in, we'll still send you the 87. But if you're wanting to trade it in, you've got 3 DDO equivalent, so we'd be looking at about a war nickel there. Let's get that NFC count bumped up. I owe you one for the DDO.
Holy cow!
Lions will be watching from home. I don't know. They're pretty up and coming. Spin cycle. I used to, when my kids were little, and I could get them up on my shoulders and kind of get them behind my head and kind of twist around like this with them. We used to call that spin cycle. They would hoot and holler and be like, "Spin cycle, Daddy, spin cycle." Starting to realize that those days are gone. The days of being able to do that with any of them are gone, that's for sure. They're all bigger kids now. Youngest one just turned 12. And I've been talking with her. She might be joining me in Tulsa this year at that show. So we will see. Looks like we're about one shy of 50 likes, guys. Just one more like, and I think we're going to be celebrating a little bit with a giveaway. If everybody wants to hit that like button. Even if you're passing through, we'll take it. Lots going on today, I understand that. I do want to tell you, I am not planning to stream next week, being that it's Easter. So, just so you know. Wanted to make sure of that. I guess we're at 48. Oh, no, now it says we're 50 likes. Alright. We'll double check that, make sure we're there, and sounds like we're going to be doing 50 likes giveaway here real shortly. $50 likes with 26 people in the audience is not too bad. Everybody must have something going on today. We usually got about 40 people in here, so. Alright guys, 50 likes giveaway has launched. You've got about the better part of 3 minutes left to get in with your GA, exclamation point GAW I should say, and have your chance at either a bag pull or a wheel spin. Either one will do. They kind of do the same items in the giveaway. Wheel might have a little more variety on it, so we'll see. That one was kind of ugly in the back. 71. I know we've got a couple ugly 71s in the book, so not too worried about that. There's another 74. Can we get another DDO? Nothing on that one. I'm just afraid that the 2023s are going to be as common as the 71Ds. We get lots and lots of those. First year fully clad coin for the $50, and they decided they needed to make just so many of those. Every time we rehunt, I bet you half of everything we rehunt is a 71D. It's down just a little bit close, so if I do it a little bit higher, I'll be able to do that coin rake right there so you guys can see and hear it. There's 74, what do we got there? No DDO on that one. I saw that Paul Spare Time, he did a PCGS graded box opening today. He had a 70, MS62 74D DDO. So that's a nice one to have. I'm just happy to have coins to hunt. That's right. So my plan to have 3 banks in order to get 2 good boxes, it kind of worked, but it didn't entirely work this week. The newest bank, they ordered them, but then they didn't give it. They didn't deliver any. So we're going to try again next week, even though we don't have a stream. Maybe CopperOwl's going to get a couple boxes of his own to hunt. You never know. I don't believe we're going to hunt. We will have to see. I'm about 90% sure that we're not going to. I guess if we find the availability, we have some boxes and stuff like that. I need to confirm if we're going to family's house on Sunday or Saturday. Usually we go down to my sister's place a couple hours away. My 90-year-old grandmother is there. We want to make sure we're getting all the time we can with her, of course. And, you know, some holidays you just push the pause button, you know. Easter's kind of one of those for me. So we'll see what we're going to do. Kind of a goofy looking edge in here. I don't think it's going to be silver. It's just a really, I don't know, greenish brown looking 71 Denver. So the back of it's even worse. So I'm guessing that was laying in something. Got some corrosion in there too. So I'm not even going to bother to look at a DDO on that one because it wouldn't be worth a darn thing even if it did have it.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Banana bread with walnuts and mini chocolate chips. Elizabeth, that sounds fantastic. I got a particular little kiddo who goes by the name Owlet number 4 that she loves to make stuff like that. Owlet number 2 likes to as well. He is kind of our banana bread guru. Seaweed, you'll be visiting. Oh, hey, I forgot to say hi to you, Seaweed. That's awesome. All right, looks like we've got the 50 likes ready to go. Probably been ready for just a little bit, so sorry guys, got distracted. Not as bad as the 75 likes last week, right? Let's go ahead and pick our winner for 50 likes. That winner's going to be Del Brett. Del Brett, congratulations to you. Let's get your name written down. Del Brett. All right, Del. I think I've got my bag pull ready to go for you, so let's do that. Let's see what we're going to get for Del Brett here. Looks like you drew a 40% half dollar. So congratulations on that. Got to show this off. Got 2 Eagle Scouts in the house now, so I got to let people know on my car. We could try to put invitations out for his Eagle Court of Honor here next month. So, yeah, I'll just running through the logistics of that. There is a 1967. Looks like I've got a little goober on the side of it, but you know what? It's a 67. It's 40% silver. How can you get mad at the price on that? So there you go, Del Brett. Congratulations on that. Oh no, flew all week. Owlet number 2 had that previous week. He was able to go to school all week this week, so. All right, congratulations to you, Del Brett, on that one. It is Tupac's favorite. So we've got Del Brett as our 50 likes winner. We'll get that in the mail to you, Del. Congratulations once again. Let's do this again in about 25 likes. What do you say, guys? And next time we'll do a wheel spin. See how that comes up. Got it queued and ready now. So let's move back over to our other screen like we like to do it on here. You know, had a couple edges in here that looked interesting. I don't think they're going to pan out though. Didn't hear anything that caught my attention. Yep. I do believe that was That might be Tupac's mint year. I guess that's what we call birthdays in the coin community, right? Celebrations of our mint year. 98 is weird. Like it's been damaged and polished or something. Read my chat. What did I do? I'm going to be giving away free rolls to everyone in chat on Easter. No auctions, but just lots of giveaways. That sounds cool, Tupac. Very good. If you want to drop in your link to your channel, Tupac, go ahead. Type in exclamation point ME and it will come up. Not sure how I missed that one with all the happy faces, you know. I think it's that kind of that lingering blah that's all over me on from yesterday. Not we, me, ME. If I had that clip, I would make that come up when you do that.
Freeze, Gopher!
Yeah, turn that W upside down. We? Nice, seaweed. That's wow, $30 of USA nickels. Nice. You get more of those than I find the Canadian ones. Another NIFC, a 2003. Put that in there. This is the first, maybe not the first, box with the, we rented it for the holidays. I know. And it's on a holiday. So, it's very appropriate. If I sound tired or I start yawning or something, I can't help it. After a physically demanding day of working that bird auction, it always is. I know what's coming, and I will tell you, everything from about the waist down has some level of pain or discomfort right now. So that's just how it goes. Even if you're in shape, I think that work tends to find where you have muscles that haven't been worked and works them. So that, and I'm already doing physical therapy to try and get my foot healed up so I can do my job better if I need to be out on my feet. And you know, being on your foot all day is not helping that too much. So it just kind of is what it is. It'll get there slowly. It got to where it was slowly, so I'm willing to take the time to try and make it better. Miss helping out with Boy Scouts. COVID shut down her group and it never restarted. Wow. That's tough. Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. Just gotta kind of get this flushed out of my head and system, and I'll feel better. The muscles will feel better in the next day or two. Yeah, we're still getting a few likes in here. Don't forget, guys, if you want to gift memberships, I fixed it. It's no longer $4.99 per membership. It's only $1.99 a membership. So if you would like to gift memberships, we encourage that. If you want to become a member yourself and you're not, we've got 3 tiers now. I went ahead and kind of ditched the top one for over a year. I had maybe 1 or 2 people that were in there for about a month. So pretty clearly that the value's not there at the top end, so we went ahead and scrapped that. So $1.99, $5.99, and $9.99 are our 3 tiers. Barn owl, spotted owl, and great horned owl. If that's something you want to do, or if I by making that change at the spotted owl level, that mid tier, I had to kind of bump everybody off of there. So I'm hoping that we'll get some more people coming back. We've only had a couple. Miss riding a bike, still go out for walks when the sun is out. That's a good thing. Yeah, my foot is just to the point where it's crazy. My work boots, which are the composite toe, like 3 or 4 inch ankle on those, they actually provide me probably the most comfort and stability, but they're just crazy to get put on, and it's not something that I want to wear all day long unless I have to. It's probably the best shoe I've got. Here's silver, silver, silver. Yep, we got this roll plus 11 more for you, JC. Don't know if you're going to have the luck you sometimes have of sniffing out where that silver's at in the box. But I hope we do. I hope we do. I'd love to get us one step closer to a fill the board and a little silver in your hand. 55 likes, says the Christian man. Thank you for those updates. Thank you for the likes, folks. Hitting that like button only helps us out, guys. It does come at the high price of free. So, if you can work free into your budget, we would enjoy your like. Subscriptions are free all week this week, too. Memberships, though, you got to pick a tier on that. I'll make some tea. Sounds good to me. I was torn between tea or lemonade before the stream when things were counting down. I opted for the lemonade. The throat feels a little bit better because of it too, I think, so. Come on, let's find something. Let's break this streak. Silver in this area has not been like a steady stream of it. It has been little hit and miss this year. When we hit it hard. When we don't, we don't. If we don't hit this box, that will be halfway to our longest silverless streak. We ended the year with a silverless streak last year. That hurt. Came at a bad time too. Hate commercials, I'm sorry. Just skip past them when they come up, guys. That is a really nice 1990 Denver. Really good looking one. Ghost Nancy T, welcome in here. It has been a while. Peekaboo, I see you. Yes, you do. I see you right back. Welcome in and good to see you. You remember what we do here, right? There it is. Thank you, Nancy T, for your super chat. That helps out a great deal. Hopefully you can stick around a little while, say hi to some folks. Every time I go over to Crumpler's, Nancy, he greets me with some cheerleaders with a special message for me. Every time. I feel like I should have some welcome, little welcome jingle here. I'm afraid that I would miss somebody though and not make them feel as welcome as everybody else though, so I don't know. Just things that I think of, and not sure if I make those changes or not. I mean, what could it hurt really, right? Saw a couple of stream notices pop up a couple times for you, Nancy. Didn't catch them in that moment, but went back and watched them. Well, this one feels like it wants to explode on me, so hang on, guys. Maybe we can avoid it. Looks like we made it through it. Go trying to find some. Well, there's one that's not a 2023, it's a 2022. So always good to have you in here, Nancy. Now, for those in the chat wondering what's going on here, we don't have BH Ringer updating us. BH let me know he wasn't going to be able to make it in today. And Jim Cantor let me know he probably wasn't going to make it in. I guess he's helping out a family member. Thank you, Nancy. I know that's what you do sometimes, so it's always good to hear from you, you know. Appreciate the hours and the lurking and everything else, the likes, stuff like that. So I find myself doing a lot more lurking lately too. A lot of times I'll do that while I'm at work. Do the working and lurking thing. Rolled $10 in USA quarters too. Well, that's not a bad thing. 6 rolls to go, JC. Can we get you something more than the one keeper NIFC and the DDO? I hope so. I really do. I'm always excited when you buy because usually that means we're going to find some of that silver. Even when it looks like it's not there, usually we find a way. But we don't find it here soon, we might just have to try again another day. Sorry about that. Like I said, yesterday kind of took its toll. Put that one over there. But starting to try to make some plans for Tulsa. Eager to find out what this year will be like there. There's a kind of an orange rim. A lot of copper in that rim, that 79 Philly. It's a good looking one as well. Couple back-to-back 74s. Can we find another DDO for you? Maybe, maybe, maybe. No, maybe. No, maybe. Fair number of rehunts out of here, though. So far, everything that's not a bicentennial is. Or those 74s that we checked. All right. All right, 4 rolls to go. Hoot, hoot, I'm looking for loot. Yes, indeed. That is what we do. 58 likes, guys. We're 17 away from that next giveaway. That one's got a wider rim to it, but it's a 22. A little surprise there. Thought maybe we could have had a proof, but not to be. It said, no way, Jose. Captain Vic, welcome in. Found a W quarter last week in the 10 rolls I searched. Usually get 10 rolls every 2 weeks. Nice. What is going on with this one? Looks like somebody wrote a 10 on there. Or something. Maybe somebody used that as a dime giveaway. Don't know. 3 rolls to go. Come on, Silver, show yourself. If you're only going to give us 1 box a week that we can really hunt, you got to show yourself sooner or later. That's been part of our problem, is we just haven't been able to get 2 huntable boxes. Very consistently, so it's slowed our box hunt count way down to this point in the year. Slowed down all, the finds that we're finding in past years when we didn't have that limitation. But like I said, we do what we can with what we get. 1 W Mint San Antonio Mission quarter, only 1 I have. Well, if you're going to have one, I think that one might be the coolest one. Maybe not the most sought after, but I think that one, when it's in really nice shape, is really good looking. I think by now I've gotten the W's on all of them. I haven't found them all. I had a couple people send me the American Samoa, the one with the bat on the back. I'd like to still find one of those on my own. But I appreciate those people that sent them along for various reasons. Maybe they found them, maybe they got them, I don't know. Maybe they're just passing them along. Hard to say, but that's interesting. This, remember last week we had a bunch of them that would do red on In God portion of the coin. This looks like the same thing, but it's not from the same bank. So makes me wonder if there's somebody out there returning coins in multiple locations now. Because one of those would be coming from Brinks, and one of those would be coming from Loomis. All right. Last roll for you, JC. I didn't see any silver from the edge. I didn't hear it either, so I'm not sure what to tell you. That one has an X on it. I wonder if maybe that's a Tupac's X one during his hunts. Hard to say. Jim Cantor made it in. He's on the road again. Good to see you. What are the odds I find another mint in Nova Scotia? Probably not real great. So you take what you got. Right? So JC likes Pam. We got you 4 total NIFCs. This one's the 87. I'll send that to you. The DDO. If you're cool with it, I will send you a silver quarter for the 4 total here. Or not, silver quarter, silver dime. It's roughly about $2 in value, so we'll send that to you. Along with the DDO and the 87. Neither one is in stellar shape, so I probably won't flip those. But you get a 90% half. I have Franklin's. I have 1 Walker left. And a couple of Kennedys. So your call on that. He says trade. I'm good with that. Just got into some more dimes and such, so let's get into a Mercury dime for you there. 1940 for your trade. You'll take a Franklin. That is awesome. Thank you much. So we'll get you that and a quota. Let's see, where did I stick those? There we go. Got dimes, Franklins, and quarters last week. Had to get some more goodies. There's a 64. Denver. Time to get on the road again. Have a great hunt. Thank you very much, Jim. Miss seeing you in here today, Jim, but that's okay. Make sure and hit that thumbs up, Jim. And the Franklin randomly picked out of here is going to be a 62. And that is a Denver. So there you go on the guaranteed items to go with others. Let's do your bag pulls. Let's see what else we can get for you. All right. Safe travels, Jim. Thank you for stopping by, Richard Metcalf. There's a 40%er for you. 40%ers are hot in the bag pulls. Get you a nickel. And another 40. Normally I would not, if that was an Indian head cent, I'd draw one more time.
I'm doing the best I can.
240s, so. So that turned out to get you some nice silver there. There's one for that one. There's one for that one. Looks like a 67 and a 69 Denver. Thank Thank you for stopping by, Richard Metcalf. Sorry I didn't catch you on the way in. And let's go with a Buffalo nickel. 1926. And that one's going to be a Philly. All right, so let's get these written down. You're going to have that 1987 Denver NIFC. You're going to have that 1974 DDO FS 101. You're going to have that Benji. You're going to have that 90% quarter. You'll have a Merc dime, 2 40% halves, and a Buffalo nickel. Not too bad a haul there, guy. Let's get you loaded up here. Thank you very much, JC. I know it'd been a while, so it's very nice to see you back on it again. Hopefully next time we get a chance to, we will get you some silver out of the rolls. Those are always good to get. All right. And of course your name will be in on the name game a little bit later. JC likes Pam. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Let's take a moment, take a look here. We're at about 62 or 63 likes. Let's keep things rolling. Let's see. Tell you what, let's do a little something fun here. What can we do here? Let's do a little something that I do on Coin and Around every once in a while. We're going to do a 1,400 subscriber giveaway. One of the items that I like to do on there kind of stays true to the whole Copper Owl thing. We'll do 5 wheat cents from 5 decades. And doesn't want to work some to the point here. 5 wheat cents from 5 decades. So basically, you'll get one from the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Randomly picked. Let me set it up in here. Let's give you a chance to win that right now. Hopefully that will be something that you guys can enjoy. Don't know who all likes wheat cents, but I like being able to share the wheat cents. I've got a number of them So I don't mind sharing them with you guys, and it's kind of fun to get one from each decade, especially if all you've ever really gotten your hands on is a random one from, say, the 20s or 30s to go along with a whole bunch of them from the 40s and 50s. This way you're going to get one of each, and I would go 6 decades, but there's only the '09 in that decade, so harder to come by those. So let's do that. And in the meantime, while you guys are doing that for the next 2 minutes, we will get into the last 20 rolls of this box with Silver Addiction. Get into his first roll. See if we can find any of the silver that eluded JC Likes Pam. Crimson Tide, welcome in. Great movie, Crimson Tide. Come on, Silver Addiction, let's find something. It would not hurt our feelings if we found a little something for somebody today. Christian Man would love it if we found 7 silvers left in these 20 rolls. I would be amazed if we did, but why not be amazed, you know? Let me bag up JC's rehunts. Definitely would, yep. Brian Jensen, welcome in. I think I said hi to you, Joe. Joe Minnick. If not, here's another hello. Namaste. Welcome in. That's how you say that, Tupac. Namaste. Got to tease you a little bit. Had a good time Friday afternoon. Took off work. Got a buddy that I used to play fantasy football with every year, him and his brothers. And he's a big college basketball fan, especially on the first couple days of the NCAA tournament, which started this week. And so I decided to go visit him. Spent most of the afternoon over there just enjoying, and that's that. I won't be picking them out right now. I just want you to know that these are what you'd be getting, the 5 weeks for 5 decades. So here we go. 1,400 likes, or not 1,400 likes, that would be amazing. 1,400 subs, which is amazing in its own right. Thank you for getting me there, guys. Winner of that is going to be Frank Woodman Jr. Frank Woodman Jr., thank you for being in here and for winning. Congratulations, Frank. Pen seems to be running low on ink. I might have to do that one again. So, there you go, sir. We will get you those 5 wheats from 5 decades. I think I've got something else for you. Next time I'm able to get that out to you, I certainly will. So congratulations on that. We will get that out. Congratulations, sir. In the meantime, let's get back to some rolls, shall we? We've got 19 more to do for Silver Addiction. Nothing found just yet, but Silver Addiction. 2 40s are coming your way at minimum. plus a couple bag pulls. We had Del Brett win the 50 likes. We've got the Christian Man on the Wise Owl. And now we've got Frank Woodman Jr. winning the 1400 like. 1400 sub. Oh, it's all about the likes in my mind, I guess. I keep saying that. Yep. There might be a handoff involved there. Who knows? So, does everybody have plans for Easter next weekend? We get a little bit earlier on the calendar this year. March 31st. Get a 5th Sunday. I usually get to help count the offering at church on the 4th Sunday, so that's what I got to do today. It used to be on the 5th Sundays, which there was only about 2 or 3 during the year. But now I get to do it once a month because there's a 4th Sunday every month. Sometimes it's the last one, sometimes it's not. That one's been checked before. Toss that back. Easter wabbit season. That's right. That is correct. I've been fortunate. I haven't had to travel too much yet this year. It's probably why I've been able to be steady on the stream so far. That will be changing. I will be out on the road for some work. I'll have to see if there's any banks where I go to. If I spend much time out in Los Alamos, I doubt there will be. There's not much out there to begin with. Albuquerque might be a different story. Anyway, going to see the Passion of the Christ on Friday for movie night at the church. Go to. Cool. Definitely a very stimulating movie, isn't it? A big bird flew by my place and scared you. Airplane went by at the same time. That probably really got your attention then. You don't hear the engines on that bird too often like that, do you? At least not at the same time. Watch out for all the homeless if you're in Albuquerque. They're honestly, yeah. I've seen some of the condition down there for that, and yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking. See so many people like in tents and grocery carts, stuff like that. Reminds me how fortunate I've been to not have to be that way, and just how so many of us are probably a couple of bad decisions or unfortunate luck. Probably not too many steps away from being in those shoes as well. So. Okay, Christian man. Okay, I guess I had assumed that you've probably seen it before, but yeah, it'll definitely get your attention. It's great acting, but yeah, your senses will be on alert. NC Prospectors, welcome in. Good to see you. David Air Force vet made it in. Good to see you too, David. As always. We are hunting for silver addiction right now. We had JC Likes Pam earlier. And he found an 87 NIFC and a 74 DDO. Sorry, 74D DDO. I should say that right. I know better. Back in 1980. Ooh. I'm glad you're not still there, man. I'm sure that was not good, or not that it was rough. Probably a very difficult thing to go through. What do we got here? I don't think it's going to be, nope, 73 Denver. Not good. I'm just glad to hear that you're able to kind of fight your way out of that. $74 Denver, no DDO on that one. Hoping maybe we can find you one too. That would be good. Silver. Come on, silver. 12 rolls to go for you. Let's get it in there. Yeah. Whoa! First time I have found a commemorative in forever. But look at that, 1996. It's going to be a swimming Olympic commemorative. That is super cool. Well, congratulations, Silver Addiction. It is not silver. Most of the $50 commemoratives are clad. But a commemorative $50, man, I can honestly say it has probably been since year one that we found one of these. So that is very, very cool. Being that that's got a little nicer finish, we're going to call that... I will definitely flip it up for you. I thought it looked proof-like from the edge. And yeah, those would be proof. So we can consider that a proof. Estimate mark right there. Wow. Oh man. Didn't realize so many of you had that experience. That's I'm just glad to see and hear that so many of you have done better for yourselves one way or the other. And IFC again. That'll get you an extra Indian head if we find no others. Doctors couldn't explain it. Oh wow. Man, I'm glad you didn't, Elizabeth. I mean, that's tough. Normally we'd call that a miscellaneous. We don't need the miscellaneous. We're going to call that one a proof. So really, we only need the silver. We'll add an NIFC to that. And here's another miscellaneous. We have a hold. Bicentennial. It's a holy bicentennial. Let me know if you want that one or not, Silver Addiction. I will send you hold ones. I know that those are just straight up just damage. But I will call it a miscellaneous just because it is different. We don't need it to be a miscellaneous to fill the board, but we've already got the DDO for that, but I'll still count it. I keep track of that. I see that, Elizabeth. That's cool. What do we have here? No DDO. Let's just double check it to be absolutely sure. Yep, no extra metal on the right side of the T. Ugly alert 74. Really corroded. I hear you there, Silver, so no problem. We don't have to send that. We can send it back and get a whole coin in exchange for the hold coin. The D makes a big difference there. Let's see if that ugly one stands up to anything there. Let's see if it upgrades, i.e. downgrades my ugly album. So, we've got the hold one, the NIFC, and the commemorative are all taken care of. All right. Well, that was quite a roll. Can we find some silver in a roll now, please? We found everything else. Silver Addiction, you'll have to let me know. Are you good with an exchange on that NIFC? If you'd like the NIFC, we can send it to you. If not, I usually offer an exchange for the face value of what we find, up to a max of a 90% half dollar. But you got to find like 20 of those. Oh, JC, that's tough. Man, didn't realize that. I mean, but how often do you get into that discussion with somebody, right? What year is the NIFC? It is a 2010, and it is a Philly. It's not in terrible shape if I don't drop it. I wouldn't call it great shape, but it'll still cartwheel light. If you need it for your album or something, I mean, by all means, I can send it to you. I just like to offer the exchange because a lot of people don't care for them no matter what. Thought we had another hold one there. Right there. That would have been a weird spot to have a hole in it. Alright. Yeah, I get that. If I were filling spots in a book and needed that one, I would probably ask to keep it, but, you know, trade it out, no problem. That's why we offer it. Now, if we add to it, I'll let you know what we have. Hey, looks like we had a subscriber come in. I didn't see it in the alert window, but always nice to have another subscriber. We're at 1401. I've been a little surprised by the subscriber count. It's gone up, 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 and not once have they taken subscribers away. I'm just waiting on the day that we get pushed back a little bit. Hopefully not back below 1400. We've already done the giveaway for 1,400, so we wouldn't be doing it again. That's a really neat commemorative, though. That's from a year that I would love to have the commemorative set. But, you know, that keeps me wanting something, right? Nothing wrong with that. This roll plus 8 more to go. Alrighty. 64 likes, maybe 65. Come on, guys, 75, and we get another giveaway. You know you want to do another one. Might have to have more than 30 folks in a stream, though. Got to figure that one out. Yeah, it sure does. I've been a little surprised with the recent growth that they haven't stripped a few away, because it seemed like there for a while, it's like they did not want me to get to 1350. Didn't even seem like they wanted me to get to 1320. But yeah, we went on a pretty nice tear in the last month. Added almost 75 subs in the last month. My goal, if my goal would be 1,500 before Tulsa. That would be cool. So another 100 before Tulsa. At the rate in the last month, we would be able to do that real easily. But, you know, thing is, I might use that vertical short format a little bit on some rehunts. It will not become a preferred format for me. I like this one just as it is. Ugly one there. But you know, I'm good to just grow fairly normally. So, okay, to give a shout out to another member of the coin community, Westside, you do what you need to do. By the way, welcome in. If you need to be moderator for just a moment or so, let me know. We can make that happen. Got one that looked suspicious but didn't sound it. 71 Denver again. Just keep walking into that one. Looked a little gray. Looked a little gray, kind of that greenish yellowish gray from the side, but that sometimes is reflective of that, or representative of the 40% edge, but not to be. Yeah, no kidding.
Or until we decided this. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
That's the spirit, Silver Addiction. With 6 rolls to go, that seems like an appropriate time to hit that one. Yeah, Cheapskate Coins. I've checked out his auctions before. He's got a wide variety. That sounds pretty good. We can do that, West Side. Just let me know when you want to do it. We can pre-order them or get you on the list ahead of time, too. I'm not sure that I'll be streaming next weekend, especially if I'm at family's house. But if I'm not, there is a chance I will have to look and see and maybe plan around that if I can. Honestly, it's kind of nice to take a weekend on a major holiday and just enjoy. Enjoy the time that you've got, right? Because you never know when you won't have that time available to you anymore. Five rolls to go. Does he have? Is that a Dansko album that he's got, Chris? Danskos can be a little pricey if you can get one. Almost another NIFC there. 2001. We need it to be a 2002. No DDO on that one. Just concentrating, guys. Sorry, guys. A little wave of tired hit me right there. It happens. Thanks for selling us out today, guys. Getting that done early. Big stress relief on the stream most days, so really do appreciate that. Come on. Here we go. Let's see what we can get in these last three rolls. Come on, Silver Addiction. I want to help you feed that addiction. We got like major lag going on, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't look like it's too bad. Hey, Chris Helms, when you hear this, type 1 in the chat. Just going to see how bad the lag might be. Okay, so that's not too bad. Coin around heard it and did it. That works. That's about normal. Thank you. Sound is good for you? Good. Good. This microphone's been pretty good. Haven't found a need to update it. I don't have it right there in front of me. So projecting here, it's probably about 18 inches away from me. If the sound is good for you, then why bother? Come on, we need to pick me up here.
Okay, then. We hold the world ransom for $100 billion.
Whew. We could do that, or we could find some silver. But we gotta have something. We gotta find it. No DDOs on those 74s. Well, we got one more roll left, Chris. Or not Chris, but silver. I want one for my Benji, Walkers, and Kennedys. Sounds like a plan. I got a Dansko for my Kennedys, a Littleton for my Walkers, and then I'll have to get it down and see what type it is. It's older for the Benjis, but it's a very cool album. It's like an American series. It's got the front and back windows on it. I need to find one of the window sliders for the haha. I know, right? There's a ugly looking bicentennial. Lots of corrosion on it. Looks like Independence Hall has been on fire. Might still be. Can we find an 82 Philly? No. Get that down when we get Silver Addiction taken care of. Only missing about 3 Benjis. 2 or 3 Benji. There's Mrs. Owl. How we doing, Mrs. Owl? Hopefully you're getting off your feet, feeling better. Right. Silver Addiction, we're getting you all bagged up here. We'll rehunt these for you at some point this week. Crafty Dragon, how are we doing? Let's get you your finds here. We did find this hold one. We're not sending that to you. I'm gonna check the ugly album for that one. We did get you the NIFC. We'll trade that one out. We got you this Proofy commemorative. Very cool find here. Probably only the second or third commemorative we found. Don't see them too often. I love that it found its way to us though. This is one where if I were opening a box for myself and found this, it's an absolute keeper. So let me get a I wouldn't say that they have tremendously high value, maybe like 10-15 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood, when they're in their case. So, you know, maybe on its own with a couple little dings on it and stuff, maybe it's, you know, $8 to $10, something like that. But it's a nice find. And it's an Olympic commemorative. I mean, USA, right? USA. 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 So There, we got that for you. 1996. That was the year Mrs. L and I got hitched. That is an S, mint. Proof. Commemorative. If I didn't spell commemorative on here, feel free to flip it up again. There we go. Got you all set up with that one. We'll get you an Indian head sent for that. Uh-oh. I took a tube out and now it doesn't want to go back in. Crafty Dragon, how are you? It's good to see you in here. 1907 on that Indian head. Let's see if we got any letters on that headband. There wants to be some letters. They're not full letters. A little bit there. So. Well, that comes from a lot of years of being in engineering school. You know, they teach you to do the 1/4 inch block lettering for all your drawings when you're not doing them in CAD. Whoop, the seat just kind of slipped on me there. It no longer had my back steady. I was leaning back too much, so yeah, that'll teach you how to write those and get away with it. Hey, Dad Spare Change, welcome in. So we'll add that one to the pile here of NIFCs that we've got, 5 in total today. And the hold one we will set aside. I might just add that to my collection if that's okay. I have a collection of hold ones. I don't get it. I don't know why, but I do. That's what I do. So let's do the 1996 S. Proof commemorative. We've got an Indian head sent. We're going to get you 2 40s. So here comes the 2 40s. And then we'll get your bag pulls, and I think we're going to do spins on those this time. No, we'll do bag pulls on those. The bag has been good. A couple 69s there. Let's see. At the Rookery. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think everybody here has just got a tired. We're having a tired day here today. So. And let's see. Let's get a couple bag pulls for you. Go. Bag pull number 1 is going to get you a nickel and a silver quarter. They just made their $50,000 goal. Guys, that's amazing. I mean, to raise $50,000 and to do it for somebody like St. Jude's is a wonderful thing. So hats off to everybody who took part in that. Good job, guys. I didn't contribute much to that 1936 and Philly on that Buffalo nickel. I didn't contribute much to that one. I got a couple things, but 50,001. Hey, that counts. That is flat out amazing. How can you be upset about that? 1964 on that one. And it's a Denver. You got your nice silver quarter there. Sorry if I couldn't participate in the live stream during St. Jude. Was extremely tired during that time. Not a problem, Joseph. You know, I get it. I get it. There was a lot going on last week. So, let's get this wrapped up. Feels good. Yes, it does. So we've got that. We've got that. So let's add to that a buffalo nickel and a 90% quarter. All right, Silver Addiction. Let's get these all to you. Some cat sniped them. I noticed there was a few people that come in, they like this, they just can't help it. They gotta be snipers. And it was pretty much set up to where there wasn't going to be sniping. There we go. Got y'all taken care of, Silver Addiction. Thanks for jumping in on those 20 rolls, guy. We got you some goodies there. Not the silver in the rolls we hoped for, but that is a cool proof commemorative. A little part of me is still jealous that you get that one. Thank you so much. Looks like we're about 69 or 70 likes, guys. We are... looks like we're getting close to 75 likes. We should be able to get there before we hunt the next box for Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this must be a little birthday present to yourself. So, yeah, let's run that viewer number up there too, guys. Come on. Let's see. I need to set this somewhere where we're not going to spill it, so we can get into the box for Elizabeth Flood. Elizabeth, would you like for your 290s? I have a couple of Kennedy 64 Kennedys. I've got one Walker, and I've got a couple more Benjis that we can get for you. So you let me know what you would like for those. We'll also get you a 90% quarter, and we'll go from there. Trying to find where the hold. There it is. Got a bunch of hold ones in here. Some of them have bigger holes than others in them. Hole, big hole, hole, almost 2 holes, huge hole. Didn't quite get all the way through on that hole, but they tried. Hole with other stuff in it. Hole. That's just a Tupac coin. No hole in that one. There's a JC coin. That's a Crumpler coin. Well, maybe I just had other miscellaneouses in here too, because that 81 might be for the book. That one might be for the book. That one I found a long time ago has 1963 to 1968. It's got a little Kennedy stamped. It's counter stamped. And then I found that one a long time ago too. E and X. We got the X. So if you have an X, that one is for you. Walker Benji, we can do that. I guess it does say hold and counter strikes. So it's got some uglies in there too. I think I'll take those out and just see what we've got on those, just in case we're going to have some adds to that ugly book. Oh, you bet, Crafty Dragon. I'm glad you got that. I was going to ask you about it, and I forgot if I had sent that or not. So we're doing a Benji and a Franklin. And somebody just showed up. What do you got there? Oh my gosh! Look at this little owl.
It's very bright, so you can't really see the owl.
Here, put it down here. We can take a look at it there. Is that made out of what? Modeling
clay.
modeling clay?
Yeah.
Yep. X marks the spot. That's funny. This one's going to be a 62 Denver on your Benji. We'll get the walker out. They're saying so cute, awesome. This one's going to be a 43 on the walker. And that's going to be a filly.
Mom wants a picture of the owl, so I gotta go take it back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna squash it.
You're going to squash it.
Yeah, but it'll be taken.
Yep, get the pictures of it. That will help. So there's your Benji, there's your walker. Let's get your quarter. 75 likes. Looks like my stall tactic worked perfectly. 1944 on this one. 44 filly on that. So those 3 items will be headed your way. Elizabeth Flood, I might have some other stuff for you. I don't know. I know you've won some stuff, so let's get you a Benji, a walker, and a 90% quarter. That is just for starters. Maybe we can find more. Never know. Fingers crossed. Let me know if you want to get some of these 2025. If I got 2025s, that's news to everybody, including me. 75 likes. Let's get 75 likes giveaway going, since everybody's telling me we got 75 likes. 77 now. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to grab me a little something to try and power through this. Wolf Metal Stacking, welcome in. Be back in just a second. Here we go. A little Barry Celsius here. There's 40 people in the stream. To another sub up there. 98 to go. William E. Good to see ya. Fist to you too. Back this off. Lori Camarista, welcome in. We've got 29 out of 40 people in there. About a minute and a half left to get in there, guys. We're going to work on opening this up for Elizabeth Flood. Let's see, can we find anything at all in this box of most probably all new? But no guarantees on that. Sometimes things can be found. You just got to look for them. Nice clean cut on that. That knife knows. And Marsh, good to see you. Yep, you never know. And while we're waiting on that to wrap up, I'm going to check on some basketball scores here real quick. Let's see how we're doing here. K-State women should be playing at some point today. Oh no, we lost. Oh, that's too bad. That is the end of a
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
that is the end of an era for them. That's too bad. I thought they had what it takes, but man, they got beat pretty soundly, unfortunately. So, and by Colorado too. Colorado's coming back to the Big 12. So, well, that's disappointing for sure. Really too bad. South Carolina's going to win this thing anyway. So, I mean, who are we kidding here? Looks like Marquette won against Colorado. That helps me out. Purdue played Utah State. I didn't even realize Utah State was in this thing. What do we got coming up next? Looks like James Madison against Duke. Yeah, of course. I don't know if I was going to beat South Carolina. South Carolina is just really good. Baylor and Clemson. Kind of hoping for Baylor there. Alabama and Grand Canyon. I don't think I picked either of those teams, so UConn and Northwestern. I've got UConn winning it all, so I gotta keep them winning. So, but Marquette I picked to get to where they're at now, so that's gonna give me I think that gives me 10 of 16 Sweet 16 teams with probably 3 more potential ones. So 13 out of 16 Sweet 16 teams. Not a bad run. So, all right, let's get over and let's pick our 75 like winner before we dive into rolls. 32 people got in. Thank you, everybody. Let's pick that winner for 75 likes. The lucky James Eller. He is a lucky one. He is a lucky one. He goes by the name The Lucky James Eller. You got the back in your name, I noticed. How about that? Let's go over and do a wheel spin on this one. What do you say? We will shuffle, 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 and give it a spin. Good luck, Lucky James Eller. We'll get you a rosy dime. You've got some silver. Rosy dime. All right. Awesome. Let's get back to our hunt here. Let's pull out a dime for you. That's why that one was acting funny. Where's the dimes? There they are. Had to find them. Let's pick a 1953 out of the mix. And a Denver. Yeah, these last couple dimes and these quarters today, these are coming to you courtesy of Garage Sale Granny. We're into her, into the findings I had there, so these are being passed along to you with a lot of love and care from her. Christopher O'Brien. I hope Patrick Mahomes retires from football and concentrates on golf. Just so the rest of the league has a chance next year. Christopher O'Brien. If that happens, I'll be the most stunned person besides everybody else in Kansas City. So, oh man, you can wish. You can wish. All right, guys, that gives you 75 likes. Good. Congratulations, Lucky James Eller. I'll get you in there. We had the 1,400 sub like winner earlier. That was Frank Woodman Jr. We had a 50 like winner earlier, Del Brett. If we can get to 100 likes, I will make up another one for that. I've got one made up for, you know what? We haven't done the EOS. We haven't added anything to the EOS. We didn't start with anything. We haven't added anything. Oh my goodness. I'm off my game here. So let's go back to our wheel and spin our way to some ads here. We need to do the first one that we normally put in before everything, and then we're going to put one in for the 50 and the 75 likes. So let's see what we're putting in. First item is going to be, well, kind of the theme of the day today, 40% half dollar. Let's figure out what the next thing's going to be. We don't have to win the whole thing. We just got to do better than the Cowboys, Chris. We're going to put an Indian head cent in for the 50 likes and for the 75 likes. What else are we going to put in there? If we get an Indian head cent again, I'll spend one more time to see if we can do any better. Looks like we're going to have a Rosie dime as well. All right. Those three items are going to be in the EOS. If we can get to 100 likes, we will spin again, or maybe a medallion will go in there. You never know. Let's get there and find out. What do you say? All right, Elizabeth, 50 rolls of probably brand new ones. We'll look through them just to see, can we find anything. The good thing about taking them out of rolls is they've got to get split up and dispersed back into everything else. So that's one less full box to go. 20 left to go. Oh, for 100? Well, let's get there, guys. Come on. Elizabeth, these are probably going to be 2023 Denvers. Do you want one or two of these, or what would you like to do about, you mentioned having 2023s earlier, and I can pretty much promise you these are going to be Denvers because that's where I'm closest to. And it's looking like these are nothing but Denvers. How would you like to handle that? Excuse me. You just let me know what you want, and we'll figure it out. Can't do a full roll without getting a little extra for it. But I can do a couple. If I could get you the P and the D, I would, but I don't see any Phillies around here. At least not when it comes to full boxes. Coin Junkie AG, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. No team has won 3 Super Bowls in a row, so it's against history. It's against... Oh, I know. But that's the fun thing. Making history. It can't be made already if you're going to make it for the first time. That's our challenge. I don't know what's going on with this trade of our safety. Supposedly we've sent him to the Titans, but we franchise tagged him, and now I'm reading that maybe there was something funny going on with all that. I don't know what's going on. Whatever happens, I hope it doesn't cost us draft picks or something like that. We got a vote coming up soon that whether we're going to put a bunch of money into the current stadium. I'm actually kind of hoping that it doesn't pass. I love the stadium that we have. It's got a lot of that history and that ambiance that you only get as a Chiefs fan. But, you know, if they're going to spend $800 million on upgrades, I would almost rather them spend twice as much and move from where they're at to the other side of the state line. And just have a newer stadium with better modern amenities, and they might even throw a roof on it. I'm not a big fan of. It'd be good if it was like a retractable roof stadium. That way we could still get that outside feel. But put it where we can still have our tailgating as fans in the parking lot, and build something that can be used for like Final Fours and stuff like that. Maybe even a bowl game, or a Super Bowl. I mean, that's why you build those things. Thank you very much, Freaking Awesome. Everybody can do what Freaking Awesome does. Every week he shares it on the community and likes it and all that. That really helps spread the word. I think we probably get a couple of subs each week just because of that. So thank you, Freaking Awesome. Help us do that. Help us get to 1,500 next. We made it to 1,400. We're passing that today. Hopefully those subs will stay in place. They don't take them away. I think we're going to get done a little bit earlier today, guys. So we'll start talking about what comes next today. We've got people streaming. I think Ravenhawk starts in about 45 minutes. In about an hour and a half, Coining Around will get his show going. They don't really play anybody. Well, it's not my fault that they play in the same division as the Raiders and Broncos and Chargers. Why do you think Brady was so good for so long? A bunch of those teams over there just stunk to high heaven. They just rolled through that division all the time. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I actually like the fact that when the weather gets crazy here, we've got some rabid fans, and honestly, we played that game against the Dolphins in the playoffs, and it was like -4 outside at kickoff and only got colder. And the wind chills were like -30, -35, something like that. There's reports of people that got frostbite and have had to have some amputations done during that game. boy. I did not go to that game. A, couldn't afford it. B, I think it's awesome that people show up, but I don't need to be one of those people in those conditions. I've done my cold weather. I've done cold weather camping in sub-zero temperatures with the Boy Scouts. I've got my clear camping bead to prove it. I don't need to do it anymore. I'm not trying to repeat an experience that's unnecessary. Certainly not going to pay to go do it either. I can watch the Chiefs just as well from the comfort of my home. Yeah, no kidding. Gonna switch return bins here. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of how that works out, Wolf. All right, April 28th is my sister Candace's birthday. Cool. Mine is next month. I will complete my 51st lap next month. Or the 22nd anniversary of my 29th birthday. Elizabeth, I didn't see. Did you want to keep some of these 2023 Ds? I could do a couple of them, but not a whole roll unless we work out a little payment there. All I can say is I hope that somehow I can get in better shape during 51 than I have been in age 50. I gained too much weight when I was in 50 and all that. So namaste. Are you leaving? Oh, maybe not. Just saying hello. Thanks, Ann Marsh. Right behind me. Namaste. All right. A couple. Okay. I will set aside a couple of good looking ones. It's surprising, you know, these come out in these new rolls, but that one's got a scuff on his chin. I don't quite get how they're not just like super perfect. That one's in pretty good shape. That one's got a scuff on the nose. That one's in pretty good shape. So there's a couple of them. Hello, Tomic. Tomic, I was afraid that I was going to get super busy this week. I didn't even go visit many streams this week. So, needless to say, I am still, I need to get back with you on that. Part of it is the figuring out how to get the shipping worked out. I'm hoping that it doesn't end up being something to where you get charged on your end for additional shipping that I didn't get on there or something like that. It's just, they make it really expensive, so I'm not sure how if it's expensive you sending to me those things, or if it's just, you know, one way. But you know, it definitely, it's a bite. So if anything, I'm just trying to balance where we're at with stream finances to make sure that I can still do something like that without putting myself in a bad spot. Gotta get my taxes done on this too. So that's the next thing I'm gonna get crazy about. Usually cost below $10, not sure. Oh, on the other side. I can tell you to do it. I'm not even sure that I'd have to even look to see if we're supposed to be shipping money. I just know that shipping to Europe is a little bit of a headache from the States. I know we've done it before, right? Because I've sent something to you before, and it got through. I just remember it being somewhere between like $20 and $30 to do it, and I'm not gonna nickel and dime things. I want to do it all right, do it up, you know, keep things on the up and up. But and I'm not asking for anything extra to do it. You know, we're making a deal here, and that's fine. Tornado warnings today, huh? Wouldn't be surprised by that. It is that time of year. I'm sure being down there. Well, yeah, you guys near where you're at, Christian man. You guys had some crazy weather here in the last week, didn't you? I thought I remembered there were some pretty major storms blowing past you. Yeah, sometimes I label it as metal art, because I'm like, well, it's metal and it's art, right? It's art. Yeah. That yeah, there's some of them get a little crazy about it. The one thing that Tupac and I were discussing is that even if you're doing shipping here in the States domestically, oh wow, Christian man, that's rough. Hail, yeah, we flirted with some hail about 2 miles north and 3 miles east of us. They got hit much harder with the hail. We had cars that got totaled not too far from us, about 4 miles, 5 miles, something like that. But back on the shipping thing, it's even shipping in like a small flat rate box and putting extra insurance on it. Like I sent normally a ground service delivery with the postal service is they'll cover like $100 shipping insurance. If you want to buy more than that or in excess of that, you can, and so I did, because what I was sending him was a couple $100. And it turns out that I didn't need to, because when it comes to coins, they won't insure them, not unless it's certified mail, and that takes the price of shipping from about $15 to $20 up to like $40 or more dollars. But if you're shipping several $100s worth of stuff domestically here, and it costs you $40 to ship it, isn't it worth it to know that insurance is there and still covering what you're sending, just in case? Yeah, certified mail does not fall under flat rate pricing. Yeah, so it... Yeah, so it, depending on the value of what you're shipping and what you're willing to risk, it might be worth it. Yeah, yeah, I've seen some hailstorms. I went through one in Colorado Springs a couple years ago. I had a rental car that we got in Denver and drove down to Colorado Springs. And first day we were down there, we're out assessing buildings at Fort Carson, and by noon we had been out there, done assessments. You know, there were probably like windows and architectural features, roofs and things like that that were in fair condition at worst. That shortly after noon, a storm blew in over the mountains right there. They're tucked in right against the Rockies on the east side. And a storm blew in, and I mean, it just dumped hail. And I'm telling you what, I bet, looking for something comparable here. I know that I saw some hailstones that it fell and it hit one of the air conditioning units on a roof, and it splintered, and the pieces that splintered off of it were the size of golf balls. So yeah, that was crazy. The parking lot where our car was at, and just about every other parking lot on the Fort Carson base or post, yeah, our rental car was completely totaled. It was a brand new, I forget, 4-door car. Broke a person's wrist. I don't doubt that. Who was it that got hit? JC likes Pam. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, Namaste. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know, if I'm willing to replace $75, then no extra insurance. But again, if you sent those in a flat rate box, they will not insure coins. It's crazy. It's just dumb to me. But I guess that's what they did. Elizabeth Flood said you were once hit by hail. Elizabeth, you got a lot of things that happened to you. It was really cold out. Cut under your eye. Just glad it wasn't my eye. You got a lot of stuff that happens to you, Elizabeth. You need to watch out for things like black cats and ladders and broken mirrors and stuff like that. That is for sure. Yes, I've seen one of those happen. We got, I think it was about 13 or 14 years ago here at our, we used to live a couple doors down from where we do now, and at that house, kids were little, and it was all like marble size or smaller hail, and there was so much of it, it looked like it had snowed in like late April. Now, I have seen snow here on the 2nd of May. You know, I've only seen it once, but it snowed here 2nd of May. That doesn't happen here. I know that it was the 2nd of May because I had tickets to go to the Royals game that day. It got snowed out. Of course, the next day they were able to play because it was warm enough that they were actually able to play. Yeah, exactly. It's snowing now. Oh boy. That's actually pretty cool, Coin Junkie. we're about halfway through that box, Elizabeth. Still, you know, I'm fairly certain we're looking at the silver that was promised to you. So I hope that makes a good birthday gift to you. Who knows? We may have something more for your birthday. We may have something more for you on your birthday this week. Since you took a chance on this, there just might be. Had a mirror fall on you. Lived on the first floor. The bathroom lights weren't working. Had a candle. The candle fell on me. Had hot wax and broken glass on you. My goodness, Elizabeth. Whew. Elizabeth, I think you're lucky to be here with us. You've had a lot happen. What do you even say to that? I am glad that you're with us, Elizabeth. I'm sorry all these things have happened to you. That is crazy. If coining around we're on right now, he would probably say that is crazy. Had one in there sounded a little different. Let's listen one more time. Nope, guess it was just how it fell in my hand. All right. Come on, guys. Even before you were born, you're glad you're here. Elizabeth, I would say that you probably just look at life and say, what else you got? But you probably don't challenge it too strongly, right? My stepdad is a little bit the same way sometimes, I think, because he's had a number of things happen. He kind of works as, when he was working, he was a foreman on a drywall crew. So, you know, things do happen. But he's also worked with, like, city maintenance in his retirement. He's had a few things happen to him. I mean, he fought in war overseas. I forget which war that would have been. I think probably Vietnam. As a medic, I think he and Sam could probably trade some stories about what happened to them. Sam Seavey, that would be. Elizabeth Flood. Tidings from the... I can't hardly read that. Spiritual world and beyond. We aren't after you. You just track us down. Oh my goodness. Nearly drowned too. You might be a cat, Elizabeth. That's what we kind of think of my stepdad, is he might be a cat. Multiple lives. So give me just a second. Lucky's rabbit foot, not lucky for a rabbit. Yeah, exactly. At 2 years old. Wow. Yeah. We're the Borg, surrender your ship. Resistance is futile. I have that sound, I just haven't got it queued up to play. Maybe I do, let me look. I think I had it one time, but I didn't keep it up here. I got this.
Anything is possible, but the odds are astronomically against it.
There you go. Makes you think you're very lucky? Yeah. Very, very lucky. You almost jumped in the Grand Canyon and your mom caught you? Oh my goodness. We took the family on vacation down to Phoenix, stopped at the Grand Canyon on the way. Oh my gosh, I had nightmares about that. It's a beautiful sight. But for me, having young kids that, you know, they like to run around Dad and make him nervous and try to scare him, right? Doing that near the Grand Canyon's not really good. Especially in the area where they don't have a railing. And then, you know, I understand taking selfies. I mean, I do, but I don't. But how do you walk up to the edge of the Grand Canyon with no rail, literally up to the edge, spin around on the balls of your feet, squat down, and lift that phone up to take a selfie with you in the Grand Canyon behind you? I'm sorry. I literally thought I was going to watch somebody fall in. And after that, I just had nightmares that night. Oh, wow, Christian, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, thinking they're indestructible. Wow, Christian, man. Well, I'm glad you're with us. On an unexploded World War II landmine? Needless to say, my parents weren't calm about that. No, I would imagine not. Oh my gosh. How in the world do you stumble on it? Okay, so you stumbled, you found it, but you didn't make contact with it, right? I hope that's what you're saying. So my guess is it'd be one of those where, you know, you put pressure down on it, it's game over. Getting you off of that and not having it go off. It was peeking from the ground. Okay, good. Whew. Yeah. Finding one of those, man. Again, glad you're with us. Glad it wasn't worse than it was. I'm guessing that somebody was called to remove that. Gosh, that just, ugh. The thought of that really, I can't even really put that one together in my mind. That would be so bad. Okay, good. I mean, you don't know until you call them, though, right? You gotta call them. Was that in your country of Poland? I can't imagine how many of those are probably out there still. Where we went, there pictures me on a fence. What did I miss here? By the Baltic Sea, okay. Well, I guess that does make sense. There would have been those. Did they determine if it was like a German one or... I would guess it was a German one. Maybe it was American. I don't know. Wildcard coins, how we doing? I'll answer to Cooper this time. I get that a lot, so no worries. Could have been Polish or Soviet. Okay, that makes sense. Heard at the Grand Canyon 4 million Barber dimes went missing there. 4 million Barber dimes? That's a lot of dimes. Auto spell. I got you. Yeah. Auto spell does that. Just get to live with it. There's many times I'm on somebody's stream and on my phone and trying to tag people's a nightmare, and keeping up with everybody that says hi. I mean, I'm bound to misspell something. I'm just glad it hasn't been too bad. No words to get me banned anyway. Elizabeth, we got 10 rolls left. Who else we got streaming after us tonight? I know Ravenhawk's in about 15 minutes. Coin around in about an hour. T. Levette hunting tonight. I don't know if... I think hunting Southwest Ohio was yesterday. Paul was yesterday. He might do some dollar bills tonight or something. That's all right, Christian, man. I kind of got where you're going with it. Made it before the end. How's it going? Well, we are getting down to the end here. No silver today again, but we found a DDO. So far, we found a DDO. We're going to rehunt and maybe find some more if we can. We're going through an uncirculated box right now for Elizabeth. We found a commemorative, a proof-like commemorative, and let's just call it. It was a proof. It was a proof commemorative. We found one with a hole drilled through it. And we found some NIFCs. So, we did find a 1987, I believe it was a Denver, NIFC. For those that don't know, NIFCs were primarily between 2002 and basically 2020. I mean, there's debate about what year officially was not an NIFC anymore, but most people, well, a lot of people do realize, but don't, people new to the hobby or the community don't always realize that in 1970, the 1970 Denver, it is 40% silver, but it is an NIFC. It was not issued for normal circulation. The 1987s were also not issued for normal business strikes. They were in collections. So when we find those, yes, they're NIFCs. They carry a little extra value, but finding an 87 and a 70 would be really cool, especially the 70 because it's silver. That's the one year we have never found in all these. I think we're going to be passing over 200,000 half dollars hunted. So unless we find one soon, we will be at least a 1 in 200,000 chance of finding that 70D. It might be that I just don't get a ton of boxes to myself. I just get the 2 a week to do with you. As well as the silver bicentennials. That's a good point. That is a good point. Those were not put out into circulation either. A lot of the, well, you could say that any proof that you find is an NIFC as well, just because they're only made for collections too. So there's that. But we'll hang on to the proofs just because they are proofs, right? I remember probably about a year or so ago, I got into a box of pennies, and we were finding wheats and proofs just left and right. $12 in bicentennial quarters. Okay, so that's about a tube plus 8 more. Yeah. I would say when it comes to bicentennial quarters, guys, not a lot of extra value in case unless you find the DDO on the 1976D, which they're not real common. But if you find that, of course, you've got something. I have a couple of tubes, probably $20 or $30 worth of them. And anymore, when I find them during hunts, if they're anything short of just fantastic looking, I probably throw them back. If they're fantastic looking, I look to trade them out. Yep, they were made for 2 years. That's why there's no 1975 quarters out there. If you find a 75 quarter, you've either got a fake, a counterfeit, or a very valuable coin because they were not made. They weren't made to where anybody actually distributed them. Oh, you still don't have a single one in your... If you need a bicentennial $50 or quarter, Tomic, you let me know. We can make part of that trade. We can make that happen. I can tell you, Tomic, one of the things on that trade, you only have the half, so you need the bicentennial quarter. I can do that. One of the difficult aspects of that trade, when I trade for foreign currency or foreign coin like that, it's tough for me. It's tough for me to know what I'm getting into, right? Because, I mean, if it's just old and cool, then, that's great. Am I trading away silver for something that'll never even come close to it? I don't know. That's the hard part. I have lots of bicentennial quarters, halves, and Eisenhowers. Yep. That is, same way there. Yeah, it depends. When I get a box of quarters, last roll, by the way, when I get a box of quarters, it's kind of, I think the fewest I've gotten out of a box is like 4, and the most I've gotten out of a box is like about 35 when it comes to bicentennials. All done with that box. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, we didn't find anything extra for you, but like we said, it's your birthday. You took a chance on this box. St. Jude's got their goal. That is awesome. You know, I had a chance to pick up 7 Eisenhower dollars from my bank. They let me look at them. They were all dinged up. They just weren't in really great shape. I don't require the best of the best, but I think they're fair, Tomic. For the most part, I think they're fair. That's just the thing. It's just, it takes research on my part to even look to try to figure it out. So, you know, I think we're speaking the same language. Now the price of silver has gone up, so you know we're both kind of looking for more there, right? So, I get it. I promise I'm trying to work that out. This week with Easter coming up, a couple other things. I should have a little time. I know I said that last week, but it got out of hand quickly. A lot of things were due, so I spent some extra time on that. So let me get things switched out here. Since we're sending you some stuff, how about we send you some more stuff? Elizabeth, our birthday thank you to you for getting into this box. Wasn't part of the original deal, but we're gonna spin for a medallion. Ooh. 1877. If that were an Indian head, I would be all over it. That would be the prize find of the Indian heads. Right there. So 1877. Let's see what we got. Next one down should have it. There we go. 1877. Let's see what little beauty we've got for this today. I'm going to remove it from the wheel so we don't get that one again. And let's come back here and see what we've got. This one says the Hayes-Tilden election decided. Okay. You're going to get a very cool bronze medallion. I think it's bronze. Might be brass. I don't know. Don't know the difference, honestly. I know there's probably some. I don't think it's just two words for the same thing. Hayes-Tilden election decided. In March 2nd, the Electoral Commission votes along party lines and decides presidential election in favor of Rutherford B. Hayes, 185 to 184. One vote. Wow. April, the carpetbag rule ends in the South. June to October, war with the Nez Perce Indians in Idaho. And on December 4th, Thomas Alva Edison reproduces voice on a phonograph. All that in 1877. So, cool little medallion there. I hope you'll enjoy that. I know it's a piece of American history, so I don't know if that's a big deal in Canada or not, but Elizabeth, I just wanted to give you a little something extra here since you you helped the stream out by getting rolls on a box that's kind of iffy, and we're going to give you that for your birthday. I don't know that I'll get it to you before your birthday, but we'll get it to you soon. So history of America, bronze medallion. you go. Let me see what we can do on that seaweed. It just depends. If it's on Saturday, we might be going to my sister's house. That's where I'm I don't know if I'm available Sunday or Saturday. That's where I'm kind of at with that. So overall, you did pretty good here. Benji Walker, silver quarter, so 3 pieces of silver, and a cool bronze medallion that everybody that gets one of these loves them. I've sent a few of these to Canada, so they're floating around up there, little pieces of American history. So do what you want with it on that. I hope you enjoy it. But thank you very much, Elizabeth, for taking a chance on that box. And I hope you'll enjoy that. And happy birthday to you. Glad you're with us. That a lot of crazy things have happened, but I'm glad you're with us, as always. So, well, let's start. Let's see. I don't think we're going to make it to 100 likes today. So we might have a little bit of a lighter EOS here. We need to put a 40% half dollar in there. Let's put the 68 Denver in there. We'll get an Indian head sent out for that as well. Probably about time to start looking for some more Indian head cents. What do we have here? 1896. So let's see, 428-year-old Indian head cent here. Not in fantastic shape, but you know, at 128, neither will you be. You know what's great, guys? The headache that I had when I started feels like it is gone. I don't know if I was just dehydrated or what, but man, I owe the stream a thanks for helping me get past that. If it comes back after the stream, I know it's you guys helping me out. And a rosy dime. Let's get that in there. Let's see what we've got for that. 1964. And that one is a Denver. So, we've got 88 likes. Let's go ahead and run our baby bracelet. Was 1918. Very cool. Not the biggest and best one we've ever done, but you know what? There's where I kind of like tying the extras. The first one is on me. The extras are kind of determined if we can hit those goals along the way for likes. I know it's a little bit shorter stream, but you know, I'm okay with doing it that way. I think it works. Elizabeth, we were going to get you these couple of 2023s, so let me add those to your list here. And I'm going to flip those up for you, so I'm going to set those aside so I can get them flipped up for you. We'll put them together. That would have you turning 106. Yes, it would. Somebody's printing. All of a sudden, my printer... I think I'm out of paper. Where is my extra paper?
Is there some upstairs? Sorry.
There it is, right there.
Mhm.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to print something off the band.
That's all right. Hold on, we're reloading with paper. So here, we'll make some room for you. Nope. You feed it in the back.
Oh.
Nope. That way, yes. You got to get it kind of, you know, it fell in there, so that's good. Just take the back one out. The one that's in there crooked, try and feed it in the front. Yeah. Easier to do it that way. Now that looks like it's square.
Okay, and it'll just be fine.
That should restart it. Hold on, guys. I'm going to have a little background music, like a printer.
There we go. Thanks.
What song do you have?
It's some audition material for next year. It's a midterm, so like I have to play it, but I don't have to play it super well because I'm not going to be there.
Right. He's a senior this year. I don't know why he's got audition music. So, anyway, all right. Let's get things set up. Up at the top of the chat, guys, we always have our EOS comment video link. If you haven't had a chance to get out there to that, I'll give you about a minute or so to get out to that and be able to get just leave a comment. Hey, Donut, good to see you again. Busy time at the Owl's Nest. Yeah, a little bit. Donut, welcome back. It's great to see you. I was happy that you were able to join us last week. So, went out at about 6 or 7 hours last night. Well, that's no fun. At least it wasn't freezing cold or blazing hot. I assume it wasn't. So, like I was saying, up there at the top, EOS comment video link. Click on that link. You'll be taken to the comment video. Leave your comment there for a chance to win on the random comment picker. We will set that up and get that going in just a second. I want to give you a little bit of a time to get on there. So go for that, and we'll get back with you in just a second. Don't hesitate to get on there, guys. Go ahead and jump in. Let's see. Looks like Duke is beating James Madison, which honestly they should. Nope, no power outage here. I'm not sure where you're at, Donut, so I'm not sure if it would have affected us or not. Grand Canyon playing Alabama. You know what? That could be an upset. Alabama's not too bad, but Grand Canyon, I mean, they're feisty. They're getting in the tournament often. And we have a few relatives that went to Grand Canyon. Upstate New York, okay. Not sure why it would have done that. If you guys getting winter weather or something like that, or spring storms, hard to tell. We've got a lot of good basketball games coming up yet tonight. Yale against San Diego State. I mean, maybe not the most intriguing one, but at least it could be very interesting. Yale upset. I forget who they played, but they could beat San Diego State. A&M is a talented team. Houston's a really good team. We'll see how that goes.
Now streaming on Disney Plus.
You never know. Oh, I don't need that.
My X-Men.
I don't need that. A little ad on ESPN. Had a big storm come through. Today is a sad day for us coin. Can't get coins from the bank. I know, it's called Sunday. It's just terrible. I can't get them on Saturdays very well. At least from one of my three. I do have a physical therapy appointment tomorrow. I may go, I may not. I may delay it 1 week. Sam CB, how's it going? Good to see you, Sam. We found some NIFCs, including an 87 Denver. Sam, we found a commemorative proof and a DDO, at least one so far. So, all right, we've given you a little bit of time. Tried to delay a little bit there. Let me refresh the comment picker, and let me go out and find my. Yeah, New Marshall. I'm hoping that yeah, we're gonna get those out. I promise you. No worries, they're here. We will get those to you. I promise you. Things have been a little crazy. All right, let me see here. There's the one I'm looking for the link on. So let's get that link and then let's switch over. Basically, from Coinstars, you got to go look and see what is in the little change return slot, and see what fell through and somebody didn't pick up. That's how you find them. I have had zero luck being able to do that. Either I'm not quick enough or they're at the right time, but I don't even spend my time on those because they're never there. All right, we've got the link in, add comments and replies, the filter duplicate users. Yeah, there's been people that got a lot of good finds from Coinstars. It's just not me. There must be a herd of people running around looking at them before I get to them. So, all right, we're going to get the number of people. We got 61 comments. That's right about on our average. I'm going to bring up the timer. Get it set. When we pull a name, you'll have 1 minute to respond with a here or let us know that you're in the chat. If we don't hear from the name that's picked within that minute, we will move on until we get a winner. So this is for the EOS with a 40% $half Indian head cent and a rosy dime that is 90%. So let's see who the name is going to be. Ronald Pierce. Ronald, you have 1 minute starting now. Oh, that's cool, Elizabeth. Still a dude. Hello. Still a dude. I don't know that we're familiar with you, but if I'm just misremembering that, my apologies, but looks like we picked up Still a Dude as a subscriber. Thank you, Still a Dude. I like that owl when he turns and looks at you like, wow, look who just subscribed. Thank you so much, dude. Get better luck with penny boxes. We're down to about 15 seconds for Ronald Pierce. Haven't seen Ronald here. Well, good. Still a dude. I'm not sure how you found us. Love to hear how you did, but we're in the middle of a giveaway here. If you want to jump in at the comment link at the top and leave a comment, you can get in on this because we're about to pick another player for this. Because we're going to need to. I personally would probably get the boxes of pennies. If you keep the copper, you'll have less to take back on the pennies. If you don't keep the copper, then you'll have more to take back. And then you can go back and get yourself, replace the few pennies that you keep out of all that. And then you've got nearly $100. Just make up the difference and you can go get yourself a box of nickels. That's how that can work. So, let's try again up here. Let's go get any more new comments we might have. Still got the same 61. Let's try again on another name. Who's it going to be? New Marshall in town. It might be fortunate that I am still working on getting the shipping going, but New Marshall, I'm not sure why it's not showing, but you are on the clock right now. 51 seconds left, New Marshall. He's here. No need to run it any further. New Marshall, I'm going to add this to the box I'm sending you. So I knew there was a reason I was not getting it sent to you as promptly as we all wanted. But New Marshall, congratulations. You will be getting the EOS today. New Marshall in town. So New Marshall, I got your email. I really do apologize it's taken this long, but now it will be efficient. Yeah, you got a lot more opportunity to find something with pennies. It depends on how deep you dive. There's lots of errors to look for, but you got to know what to look for too, and you got to be able to look for them with either a loop or a magnifier or something like that. So it can be a lot of work to go through pennies. So anyway, and New Marshall, we'll put your name on the wheel here as well. We're going to get over to a name wheel. Plus, they're cheap, yes. Let's open up our name wheel. Let's start getting this loaded up. Our wise owl was the Christian man. I'm sorry we did not find silver for you today, Christian man. We will get you an Indian head sent. Well, a whole box of nickels is 4 times as expensive. Each nickel is 5 times, right? The Christian man, you are on the wheel. We will also have Delbret. We will have Lucky James Eller. We are going to have Frank Woodman Jr. And we also need New Marshall in town. So that is our winner list, right? Let me see if we had anything else here. Let's see, we had Wise Owl, 50, 75, EOS, and 1400. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. We're all good there. I think we're going to add a couple of. We're going to add a couple of wild cards on here to get to an even 10 today. So let's also add JC likes Pam, Silver Addiction, and Elizabeth Flood. I think you won last week, Elizabeth. So that's that. Let's open this up. Ignore what it says the prize is going to be. This is just for your chance to get a wild card spot on the wheel for the name game. Type in !GAW for your chance to be on that wheel. It's an elimination wheel. We play for 1 item at random. Very expensive just to find even 1 silver, but do you find many Wheaties in boxes? I think the fewest Wheaties I've ever found in a box is 4. The most I've ever found in a bankroll box is 58. And I found like 53 one day, and I also found 35 proofs. So they're out there. Really good boxes are out there. Rob Vine's Treasure has found, I think, over 100 wheat pennies in one time. I got a box of customer rolled ones, and those produced over 1,000 wheat cents one time. So, oh yeah, I hear you, don't it? That's awesome. That is awesome. So, 18 people got in. Let's pick 2 of them. They haven't already been picked. Namaste, you're on. And Nick Molnar, you're on. So you have gotten onto the wheel. Namaste. And Nick Molnar, you're on as our wild card players. Let's replicate several times. Okay, everybody's on there 5 times. We're going to randomize them. You might end up next to your own name and have a little bit bigger chance to get eliminated. Unfortunately, that's how that works. So hopefully we're not too grouped up like that, but we're shuffled up. And let's go ahead. Remind you guys, this is an elimination wheel. If just because your name's on there 5 times doesn't mean that you get 5 chances. If your name is picked once, it comes off the wheel. All instances of your name until we're down to 1 final name that wins. And then that person will win a little something extra. So here we go. Let's see who the first name off the wheel is going to be today. Oh, JC likes Pam. Let us off with the rolls today, but leading us off the wheel today, the same day, unfortunately. No giveaway going on right now, guys. Good to see you in NC Prospectors and Jimmy Snowdog. Always good to see you guys. Nick Molnar, last name on, second name off. Don't know what I was trying to say there. Oh, Frank Woodman Jr., we had you back-to-back, which was almost going to guarantee once it starts slowing down. So, unfortunately, you're off the wheel, but you did get one of those likes giveaways. Congratulations on that. Del Brett, Mr. 50 likes today. Unfortunately, that's all you're going to get today, Del. Thanks for being here and for playing. There you go. Oh, namaste. So our second wild card is off the wheel. Thank you for being here, namaste. And for playing. I think that gets us down to about 5 people left, maybe. Who else do we have here? No, new Marshall, not adding to the box this time. I'm going to get dinner started, and I'm going to work on putting that box together so we can get it out. I will take it to work with me, and we'll put it in the mail tomorrow. How's that? Thank you for your patience, new Marshall. I just want you to know that I really do appreciate it. All right, we have Silver Addiction, Elizabeth Flood, Lucky James Eller, and the Christian Man. Let's do some more shuffling. I know there's going to be some names grouped together. We'll try not to get it too bad, but here we go. Thank you, new Marshall. You the man. Lucky James Eller, you are off the wheel. Lucky enough to win earlier, but not lucky enough to win this one. So we have our final three of Elizabeth Flood, Christian Man, and Silver Addiction. Let's go. Who's it gonna be? Our final two is gonna come down to not the Christian Man. I'm sorry, Christian Man. You're gonna get an Indian head sent for your guest. Thanks for being our wise out today. That means that you were here early, and I really do appreciate that. So this looks like it's kind of a half and half wheel the way it's done now. I'm going to randomize and try to get this spread out a little bit. That looks about as good as we can get it. So here we go. We're down to Silver Addiction and Elizabeth Flood. The next name off is not the winner. Let's see who it's going to be. Can Elizabeth go back to back? It looks like she's going to. Wow. Silver Addiction, Elizabeth thanks you for the birthday present of this win. So thank you for being on here. Thanks for grabbing rolls today, Silver Addiction. That was awesome. Your winner is Elizabeth Flood. Again, I think you won it last week, didn't you? I'm looking here. I thought it was. Yep, name game winner. You got the New York State Quarter last week. All right, that's going to wrap that up. Let's go over to this wheel and see what we're going to get you this time, Elizabeth. Next week, we get to declare you the two-time wheel name game winner. Ooh. And the bonuses just keep coming. Add the next two spins. So basically, we're spinning twice for you. Here we go. What two things are you getting? We're going to get you another state quarter. We'll figure that one out. Let's see what the next one is. And a 40% half dollar, too. So, let's get your envelope back out here. And let's switch it back over so we can get this sorted out. It might be. It might be. There's a 67 40%er for you to go with your other goodies. And let's see, I've got these state quarters here again. I've got Delaware, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, or Indiana. Which one of those sounds good to you, Elizabeth? Tennessee? Alrighty. Tennessee. That has the guitar, among other things, on there. Very cool Tennessee from 2002. Like I said, I can't promise these weren't like dipped or something like that to make them look the way they do. I just know that they put them into a set, and I found those at a pawn shop that were just screaming by me, so that's what I did. I think they're working well for some giveaways. So you've got a pretty good little packet started here. In addition to, you got some things from Jim Cantor last week, and you got Coin It Around. Give it to we redrew, and you won 50 likes from last week with a Rosie Dime and another state quarter. So I got to figure out how to get that to you. It is not a proof, don't it? I know that it kind of looks like it, but I promise you it's not, because it's not made in San Francisco. It looks really reflective, I agree, and that's where I think it's been, I don't know, it's either really nice uncirculated or somebody's made it look that way. But it came in a larger set, and I just couldn't say no. I thought it might be kind of cool to have some of these to just give away. So, might be plated, yeah, it might be. So, I'm not advertising them as proofs, that's for sure. So, it's just a state quarter. So, guys, I think that's going to bring it to an end. We have got all kinds of mail to work on now. So be patient with that, guys. Especially if you're in Canada or overseas, be very patient with me. Like I was mentioning earlier, it takes a little planning to get things done right, to get those to you. We'll be doing another way on coining around here in about 15 minutes or so. At some point on his show, we'll be doing those. So, Elizabeth, you had a great day today. No, done it. I believe me, I understand. If anything, I have an issue with the pawn shop that presented them as proofs. Coining around, I'm going to do the 5 penny, 5 decade thing again. So, make sure you advertise it as such, if you would please. I don't want them thinking they're getting 5 decades worth of pennies. That's a lot of pennies. So anyway, I know I'm happy to hear that you will be happy, Elizabeth. So that is great. Let's switch over here. Let me get some music queued up so when we walk out of here, we will have it ready. Like a present. Exactly. We'll try and get it to you as soon as possible, though. I want you to kind of have it relatively soon, since it is your birthday. I think it's this one. Let me see. There we go. That's the beat we're looking for. So, guys, thank you so much. 5 decades, that would be pennies from heaven. I know, wouldn't it? And here's the truth. I could probably put them together, but it would not be a complete set. So, there's no way I could get every year between 1911 and 1958. There's no way I could do it. So, there's just some in there that are super hard to find. So anyway, thanks guys. Really appreciate everybody being here, and for those that hung out the full time, super special thank you to you. You guys make this channel very special to me. As you can see, we're up over 1,400 now for subs. Thank you for doing that, especially the new folks that come in and sign up. I really appreciate it. I'm about 90% sure that we're not streaming next weekend. If things change, you will see an update and a comment video from me. Watch for that. It might be a short, it might be a regular video, hard to tell. But thank you for the kind wishes and all the things that were shared today. So many of you are lucky to still be with us. I'm grateful for that. You know it, Tomic. You know it. The intent is there. So, thanks again, guys. Let's get ready to go over to Coining Around in about 15 minutes. Check in on Ravenhawk, see what he's got for sale. And I got to start making plans for Tulsa, too. It'll be up and on me before I know it, because we've got a lot going on in the next couple months here in this house with graduations and proms and Eagle Scout stuff. So here we go. Buckle up. Join us for the ride. And if we have a chance to broadcast the Eagle Scout Court of Honor, we might do that. So be watching. You might be able to catch that too. That might be a members only type thing, though. So we'll see. Anyhow, wish you all well. We will talk to you soon, and we'll see you on the streams. Until the next time we get together, everybody take care of one another. Call somebody you love. Give them a hug if you can. And everybody be good to one another. We'll talk to you soon.